Hey everybody, it's the Doctor here with Typical Manga Fan, and this episode of the Typical Manga Review is dedicated to Attack on Titan, Chapter 75, Two Battlefronts. And we open up with just like a far-off view of the wall. The Titans are approaching, led by the Beast Titan. And before I get started on this, if you watch the run of the rank and file Titans, you'll see some funny poses as we go along here. But like I said, we have the massive Titans on the field. We have our scouting corps on the survey corps on the wall. We have Reiner on the ground, like the armored Titan.
Yeah.
Like he's getting ready to come up after them. I said, and Erwin gives the order to not go near the armored Titan. Do not engage him. Like they're wait. It looks like Hange is there.
Yeah.
And I thought she would stay behind because didn't she get hurt? But I guess enough time has passed on that.
Yeah.
So they're basically paying attention right now, waiting to see what the enemy will do next. Erwin's paying close attention to the formation and notices one Titan kind of on all fours carrying cargo.
And he realizes that might be the Titan that found them out, and that he actually might be intelligent as well.
Right, because there's definitely some concern to be worried about there. Would that mean the Titan that they saw like during the day that was inactive? Anyway,
Yeah.
like I said, Erwin gives the order that one could be intelligent too. And it wouldn't be strange if there were even more than that. Or I think that's Armin who says that part. And Armin's wondering what the cargo could be.
Explosives, maybe, to destroy the wall.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Like I said, the Beast Titan makes the call to attack, and the Titans start strutting their stuff. Seriously, look at that one on the bottom right. He actually is strutting.
I know. All the Titans always have weird poses. I don't know.
I know.
Why.
There's that one that's doing like a fingers out pose as he like runs on the bottom right, like bottom center right, sort of roughly.
Yeah.
Yep. And Erwin's realizing also that it's going to be just like when they fought these guys last time. It's going to be a raid on. They're going to go for the horses first.
Yep.
Their primary goal is to capture Eren. If they can disable the horses, prevent any escape from there, because they can't break out of Titan territory without horses to ride on.
Yeah.
All they have to do is wait them out, and eventually, like starvation will probably take care of everything.
Yeah, so this is a very patient plan they have here.
Yep.
I mean, they even said they're even willing to wait a month at most,
Yeah, because like I said, because you can go that long without food there, but like I said, what they really need to avoid absolutely is like do not let their horses get hurt. So he's like, Levy's like, so you finally ready to talk? Wish I'd gotten breakfast early if I knew you were going to take so long. So and at this point, Erwin starts giving away the orders, like send squads to guard the horses, another squad to fight the armored Titan, another squad, and under your squad leader's command, use the Thunder Spears, which are some new weapons we're seeing them armed with. Do anything you need to in order to succeed. This is one battle they cannot lose.
I feel like Erwin's gonna die because of how much emphasis he's putting on Armin and Hans.
Yeah, he's aware that he may not survive this. He's at least kind of establishing this. It sounds like.
Like he's like, yeah, you got to take over when I'm not doing this shit. So.
Yeah, and he also, even though he gave orders to squad Levy, he wants Levy to stay behind as well as Armin. He wants Levy protecting the horses and wait for an opening to attack the Beast Titan. Like he thinks Levy's the only one who has a chance against that guy.
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
And so we go to the armored Titan, and he's climbing up the wall, and he's like, okay, that was close. I could have been killed, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, so how did they find out that I was inside the walls? Oh, probably Armin.
Yeah.
But, oh well, doesn't matter. Our long journey has finally come to an end. We're gonna go get Eren, basically.
Yep.
So.
And it's like, I like the fact that he looks down, and it's just him and Erwin kind of staring each other down. It's like, yeah, come on, come at me, bro. But it's like,
You know what I want to know is Eren's hardening technique just because it's not colored, right? So we don't know. It's not like the crystallization of Annie, right? But at the same time, it's not like the armored version of the armored Titan. So what is it, like its own thing, or because
I don't know.
It's hard to tell from the way he draws everything. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if it's supposed to be like meant to be colored at all or like any special color. Yeah. It's like but yeah, Rainer's realizing like he can't let himself get distracted. He's got to get those horses first. But then Eren appears on the ground level. Like he's climbed all the way up the wall, and Eren appears on the ground.
Yeah.
And, like he's wondering why he showed himself. Like you should know better, more than well that you're our target. What are you trying to pull? Then Eren runs away.
And as it turns out, it's because he's trying to get Reiner to follow him because he wants the target to change from the horses to himself, Aaron. So,
right. And by doing it in this way to put the pressure on, he's definitely going to do it. And he's also noting that Aaron's a lot more dangerous than they realize because, like he managed to learn how to harden his body in just 2 months. Like you can't let someone like that back inside the walls. I mean, if he manages to harness the full power of the coordinate, it'll be too late.
Yeah, he can actually make the Titans turn on the Beast Titan, right? So
potentially, presuming the Beast Titan doesn't have something similar.
Yeah. Okay, I think he does because that's how he can control everyone, supposedly.
Right. Well, like I said, similar. I don't know if it's exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
But like I said, with all this, they're putting their pressure on Reiner, so he has to make a split-second decision. Like, you're not even giving me time to think. Damn it! I got him all the way up here. So he starts going after Aaron. And
I like that stare down, by the way.
Yeah. He's just like, yeah, come on. We know what you're going to do. And I actually note that the plan was to use Aaron as bait.
Yeah.
He said, and Aaron knows like Reiner well enough like that he's got a head for strategy and tactics that he won't just ignore Aaron and go for the horses anyway because that might leave the Beast Titan open to attack by Aaron.
Yeah.
And then Armin gives like one last second suggestion here to fight away from the wall so Berthold can't pull some kind of like surprise drop attack like he did before.
Did he fully transform last time? Or was it just like that type half-ass,
It might have been just a half thing. Like even the half transformation is gigantic on that guy.
I know, because that's something I'm thinking. Like, how long does it take him? Maybe he's gone. Maybe like, how long does it take for him to transform? Because there's so much, that he probably has to prepare for himself. Because it's not an ordinary transformation.
True, and that's not impossible as well. Like I can almost see him like maybe transforming inside the wall, creating an even bigger hole in it.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I said, the battle's begun. They're kind of circling each other. Aaron's saying to himself that maybe, whether it was a fluke or not, I beat you once, and I had you beat for the most part in a one-on-one fight. In fact, compared to before, Annie was even tougher.
Yeah, well, Annie is like, because Annie, and as I said, Annie is the strongest in terms of hand-to-hand combat, which is right now what they're doing. Colossal Titan is the biggest, but he's only made for one thing. While the Armor Titan's kind of like a combination of both. He's more mobile than Colossal, but he's not as powerful as Annie. So everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, which actually is a great balance between the three.
Yep. And then Aaron, as they fight, as the chapter closes up, Aaron's wondering if Reiner realizes where they are right now. Like the place that they're at right now, this is where he and everyone lost everything. That place they once called home. He's taking it, like, I'm taking it back. I'm going to slaughter you and get back everything you stole from us. And then we also see, like, the Mikasa and the others holding what look like tonfas, which are presumably the thunder spears. Yeah.
Awesome!
So the way those are armed, I wonder if those are projectile weapons.
Yeah.
They kind of look like it if you look at it.
Yeah. It's interesting because we saw the military police had their own like customization, so it's awesome to see like the Survey Corps finally doing something different,
Well, that's something I thought about while we're talking about this actually. Like, they've gone like over 100 years with their only real change being the 3D gear, the vertical maneuvering gear. Yeah. Like that's their only weapon that they've really designed to fight the Titans.
Yeah.
And that was actually like that whole before the fall or something. No, I forget what it's called. I think that was
before the fall. Yeah. Before the fall.
That actually like tells the story of the creation of that, like the very first time it was used.
But at the same time, though, I mean, they're still obviously still using it. But I think now they're actually customizing it, making it. They're still it's still the foundation. But
I mean, that's kind of where
now they can add something.
That's kind of where I'm going with this. Yeah, they have that's their only thing for about a century. Then in the few short months since they had their coup, they've found all sorts of different Titan fighting techniques. Because now they can actually do them, like study them and investigate them. Because before the previous regime wanted the Titans out there, they weren't going to help them find ways to kill them.
Yeah, and not to mention that they have Aaron now who they can practice with and all that stuff,
Or like even the dumb Titans, like remember they had that little thing on the wall.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of the one on the wall.
Remember like before they left, they had this kind of little guillotine device on the wall, like in a gap in the wall that they could lure Titans into.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, so they're learning a lot. Everything's improving. First off, I like the fight because it's a manga, so I'm not really. It's not like anime, so you're not really like. It's not like crazy and epic, but it's still really good.
Yeah. And they're brawling.
Look, go from 40 to 39, right? Mm-hmm. This is what I want from Bleach. This here, just. It doesn't have to be the entire thing. Just give me 1 or 2 pages of this.
I mean,
that there's not one guy dominating the entire time.
They're brawling.
One guy, yeah, they're brawling. One guy may have a tactical advantage, but you show that slowly through the fight, and that's how fights are supposed to be.
Just to bring the contrast further in, there's barely any background in these scenes. There's just action lines.
Yeah, in fact, it's even shown that Eren has the advantage. He's the one getting the hits in. So you're showing both who's dominant, but at the same time, you're also showing that this guy, that Reiner, isn't just sitting on his ass doing nothing. He's actually fighting back. So this is a great example of what I want Bleach to do. It is such. This is what I want to see. Come on, it's not a new. I'm not trying to invent anything. It's already here. Everything's been done. Let's do something like this. It's only 2 pages.
Yeah. Actually, I really want to see what happens with Levi and the Beast Titan, because like I said, he's the only one that they think can beat him, and I'm inclined to agree.
Yeah, but Levi is definitely the best shot other than Mikasa. So and at least it's, maybe he might die. Maybe that's going to force Mikasa to take over the spot of best soldier ever. But who knows? But I really think the one who I think is going to die the highest chance is Erwin, just because how much they're really putting everything on Armin and Hanj. So as if
we're getting death flags of Bound.
Yeah. I mean, they even put that out right in the beginning. Remember, he's like, "Oh, I don't." And Levi's like, "No, you shouldn't go." And everyone's like, "No, I will go." So they're really pushing that, And the best plot twist is if he doesn't die. Sometimes it's good to have an unexpected life-saving thing, to save a life, that can
it can be pulled off well.
Yeah, it can be done in even just as much as being the surprise death, a surprise survival.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see how Mikasa, Armin, and the gang are going to pull this plan off. And I'm also happy that Eren, unlike the initial, the second time, the first part of the second time he fought Annie, he is very dedicated to actually beating Reiner. So he's very, which shows because he's transformed to a Titan. So
plus we already know that he's not really forgiving towards Reiner or Berthold. So they were basically the ones who caused all this shit to happen, and of course there are no people around, so we don't have to have any worries. Although it's not like he was worrying before. Yeah, but at the very least, it's not a factor to sound like it was with Annie.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, the problem with Annie was it was something that had to be done, whereas now it's just not something you don't have to think about it. It's like no one's here, okay, so you can attack.
Yeah, they had to take the risk at that point.
Yeah. So yeah. Anything else you want to add?
Nope, I think we're covered on that one. Like I said, this is a good chapter, but it's mostly an action chapter, so there's not really much discussed beyond how awesome everything was.
Yeah, but it's an action manga, so it's doing its job, right? There's still story, there's tactics, so I think this is a great chapter, actually, now that I think about it. So, yeah.
So that's I think we're good to go here. That's been our review of Attack on Titan, chapter 75, 2 Battlefronts. So we got Battlefront 1 with Reiner, the other Battlefront with the Beast Titan. So we'll have to see how that goes. In the meantime, go ahead and take us away.
Bye!